Hey! How you doing, everybody? It's me, the lad. Welcome. We are slowly approaching the end of the Skyrim playthrough. We're doing a Vigilant quest line, and I think that's the note we're going to go out on the whole series, but I think we still have a fair bit to go before we're done with it. So, last time, we got a lot of shit done, but there's still going to be more, unfortunately, but we'll see how that plays out. Welcome, Simone, Amel, Rosie, hello. So, what do you say we just hop right on into it? Like so. Wah. Okay. Ugh. The game do be a-runnin'. It just needs a moment to actually boot properly, because God forbid Todd do things in a timely manner. He's very bad at it. What's the under and over of, like, official mod support being available at the exact moment of release for Starfield? Like, really, what do you think? Is it more than 0? I don't know about that. Ah, it's still not doing the thing. There it is! Now you're doing the thing. Okay. Is everything where it should be? What's your fave Skyrim mod? The one that we have that just gives Serana a shitload more dialogue is pretty good. Aside from that, there is apparently a quest mod somewhere that has a friend of mine doing some voice work for it, so if we ever do another Skyrim playthrough at any point, I don't know, this one's been going on for well over a year, but maybe. I'll look into that at some point. Okay, let's go. Do you need modded content on day one? Yes. I'm going to be able to tell if Starfield is a good game in and of itself or not from the exact moment I switch over to the third-person camera in that game. Because if it's just the Fallout 4 camera, again, no. The camera has to be fluid. So yeah. I did a little bit of karma grinding with the stuff outside since last time. Also, I went and grabbed Inigo and Aranea and brought them back here. And just had them hang out here. Given the hostility between the companions, I think we're just going to stick with hanging out with just Serana. Also, your carry weight resets every time, so, player.set AV carry weight 10,000! Based. Absolutely phenomenal.
Need something? We do
No.
this for the good of Skyrim and her people.
God, he never shuts up. Okay, let's go. Finally, we've had a decade of Elder Scrolls V and Grand Theft Auto V. Why make new thing? Why not milk other thing until thing is dry? Why not stop beating dead horse? Beating dead horse fun. So yeah, between this and the last time, I also noticed there was a door in here we never went in, which has some stuff in it. This is the dungeon. You remember the Pipers that we found last time in the stream? The guys with the gold helmets that looks like a Bloodborne? Yeah, we have one in a dungeon down here, apparently. Just a little bit. And he has his own quest stuff here, apparently. Hi. Not voiced, by the way. The sound of the Dreadlord's pipe leads us into one of the trees. I can't believe that dialogue bug is still there. Dude, seriously. He's wearing a weird thing, too. He's got like a basket for a face. Anyway. Despite the fact these guys are like dicks, apparently these still give you karma. So they should be good. Orphans kept by the cats are imbued with radiance. It torments them and defiles their innocence. Now is the time for redemption. We'll do one of each of these, I think. It's a torture helmet? Could be. Vampires who fed on the blood of mortals take their radiance into their bodies. It's only in the midst of guilt that they shine the brightest. Now is the time for harvest. Take that. Blood-cursed babies are always stillborn. For there is not enough radiance in their bodies, and yet it still dwells in their death. Now is the time for babysitting. This reads like that one vampire faction in Masquerade Bloodlines. Malkavian? I think I got that right. Every time to look into the mirror, the radiance doubles and its overflow becomes a person in its own right. Now is the time for cannibalism. That's how you get the brain worms. Don't do that. Am I gonna have a mirror match? Nice. Bodies of those trapped in the long dream are naturally bare radiance. It feeds on their dreams and grows even larger. Now is the time for the Feast of Love. Serrano, we're gonna be in some weird shit. Yeah. We'll go do each of these once, and then we'll get back on the actual track for the quest. Ugh. Don't you look at me like that. Alright, where are we going? What's closest? Oh god, my eyes are glazing over. Just keep an eye on everything. Okay, there's one here. Let's just go to this one first, huh? Bell glow. Give the knuckles a good crack. Astrid, I, murked the bejesus out of you, and then you almost got my channel deleted. I'm glad you're dead. You remember that stream, don't you? Probably not. That was what? December before last, right? Something like that? I think that was stream 3. Huh. Alright. That the place up there where that big old tree is? I think I can just scour up there, right? Let's go, baby. Ugh. You got anything interesting going on today, Chathany? Because my day's been pretty uneventful. I took one sleeping pill last night and I slept for 12 hours. Good times. Always with the friendly fire. No wonder everyone's mad at you. Ugh. Yeah, I've been awake since 8. It's that sheath bug again. Quick, do it. Do it right this time. There you go. The animation's still kind of fucky, but could be worse. Maybe if I end up doing a nut, I swear to God. I swear to God. Oh. Right. Forgot about you guys. Huh. Haven't seen you in a long time. Dragon Maid 2 was fun? Yeah, I bet it was. It's not even the lack of togetherness that gets to me, man. Oh, hey, a dragon. Or 2. Huh. Where was I? Right. You know, it's not even the fact that I couldn't be there that bothers me. It's the fact that I need to find the image here. Hang on. Where are you? Carl, where are you? Carl? 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 Where have I placed Carl? He's got to be here somewhere. Carl? I can't find him. I've lost my Carl. Carl? Damn it, I have the image and everything. Ugh, I know it's here. I'm just blind. Give me a second. I know he's hiding. I have way too many goddamn pictures of cats saved. It's so useful. There you are, Carl. You filthmonger, you. The worst part about not being there to watch the second season of Dragon Maid was if I can fucking... Why is the image so goddamn massive? Jesus Christ! What is this? What fresh hell am I in? Wheezy, hello, I'm in the middle of a panic. Okay, hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. Hang on. There. I missed the opportunity to use it where it would have been most appropriate. For shame. Lost but not forgotten. Anyway. Back to it. Serana, are you still following me? Because I'm probably going to use the help in a second. Yeah, that looks like a couple Dargans. The one of them's noticeably more static. The next AA meeting, Amel's anime? I might do another movie sometime this week, too. Maybe. I'm in a mood to watch The Shining. You want to watch The Shining with me? Yeah, you're just kind of perched there. Nice, awful-looking horns. Be a spawn of Molech Ball. Yeah? Yeah, that's what that is. Alright, well this is gonna get freaky. Okay. Let's do this proper. Ba-ba-ba. But fuck yourself, skeleton dragon thing! Yeah, I was expecting that to cover more ground than it did. Gonna be honest about that. You are just hideous! You know that? Oh hey, Dragon Priest. Process, have I gone the entire game without finding you? Really? Get down here. Oh, right. Timing. Yeah, smoke. Smoke bad. Oh, Serana, you made it. I'm thrilled. Yeah. Yeah. Rana, that's a lot of whales. Oh, good, you're here. Go fuck yourself. That's a lot of damage. Ugh. Yeah. Ice them together. Okay, big problem's done. You ever hear the theory that the kids from It were targeted because they possessed The Shining? I have watched MatPat, yes. I recall these things. Eh. Eh. Thank God. You are now in Catland because of the quest mons? Yeah. You can tell it's age, but still better than the majority of things I've seen. All this time, and I've yet to find the first Dragon Priest. Well, here you are, Croesus. Well, I guess I fought the other one for the main quest anyway. Yeah, well. Not my problem. Ugh. Swamp Dragon. Take your money. Hideous. Okay, what's with all the red stone? I noticed the quest mod gives you a lot of red stones. Also, here's a word I haven't found yet. Oh wait, is this Whisper? Yep, it most certainly is. Had to head to my uncle's for the week that early? Yeah, it's okay. Serana, stop talking to me about the weather, please. You know, it's a shame I can't drag the dragons. I'd make them kiss. It'd be funny.
The sun, but it would be better than this.
What, watching two dragons make out? I don't know. There are worse things. They could be fucking cars, Serana. It could always be worse. Thief, stop saying come. Stop it. Cease. Alright, what's next on the agenda? Where do your arrows go? Right there. This one's for Slay the Witch. Got it. Am I the only one that just never does the Civil War quest line? Like, at all? Like, absolutely not at all. I have to be, right? Not in the least. Never do.
Oh, it's on.
Oh god, what do you see? Serana, it's just a dog! Overkill! Jesus Christ, woman!
Do you honestly think you stand a chance?
Lady, please! Oh, right. I got a few more perks in the intervening time. One of them just gives me like a passive heal every 30 seconds or so.
Get back here.
You don't feel like you're going a little bit overboard here, woman?
Oh, you're dead.
You're not really good at this whole aiming thing, are you? Okay, fine. Into the fray we go. Wrong thing. That's what I wanted. Ugh. Be gone, bot! Ow. You know, it hurts me when you do that. Ugh. Speedy boy. Never ever. Nah. Right, I forgot there were this many of you around here, huh? Ugh. Why is Frey here and why are we going into him? You know why. You know exactly why. Was that episode of the Magic School Bus when they go into the kid's, like, stomach? That was, like, fetish material, right? That's the reason that existed? I'm almost positive that's the reason that existed. Can't think of any other reason. Serana, stop playing with the locals. Oh, that was yours. Sorry, no survivors.
Done and done.
Ugh, biology? Yeah, I bet. Take that. God. Huh. What about learning about human biology? It's all fetish material, man. You can't convince me otherwise. They did went inside Arnold's body twice. They most certainly did. Why was Arnold like the target? Why did Arnold take the most abuse of that show than any of the kids? Serana, I'm getting a feeling of deja vu. Wait, isn't this where I killed that hag? Oh, hey, you came back.
What was it?
Yep. The more things change, the more they stay the same. Can you, like, yeah, do that.
Never should have come here.
Hang on. One thing at a time. You kind of grazed me on that one. I'd expect better. Still now. No. Bad witch. You think they'll actually bother to make the character models, like, not look like potato people? It'd be nice, right?
Show yourself.
I wouldn't exactly describe any character in Skyrim as bangable. Be a nice change of pace. Not worth it. You, though. Yes, yes, the spikes. God, it's nice not have to give a damn. Hello. Goodbye. Did you just walk into your own open flame? Moron. Quickly. Thank you. What's up, ho? Oh, hey. It's one of those Bloodborne guys. Even has a gun. Good reference. And there's your head gone. Cool. I think this is the only instance of anything Bloodborne related being modded into this game. I think there's a Moonlight Greatsword mod somewhere, but it looks kind of iffy. Yeah? Yeah, actually. Kind of the full regalia. Don't mind if I help myself. I was worried for a second your wang was going to be hanging out. Thank God you're not. Serana, where'd you go? Serana? Serana? Come here, Serana. I got a biscuit for you. Come here. Ah, that's why you're here. That makes sense. Why does it still do the spike thing? Good levitation. Come on. Okay, what about modding in the hunky werewolf from Elden Ring? That seems more important. Thief, go to the timeout corner. Go to the timeout corner, Thief. Pull a ticket, you're on yellow now. At last we meet for the first time for the last time. Just about positive I've done this exact thing before. There. Fixed forever. Well, that was eventful, I guess. Alright, next. Next up, next up, next up. There you are, you little arrow thing. If I go here, then head west, I should hit it, right? Bed is in the corner, for shame. Isn't there a mod that sends you to a Bloodborne-like place? The only, like, Souls location type of mod I've seen is one we did on the playthrough. That was the Dark End quest mod. Doesn't really have an actual, like, quest like you'd see in here added to it. It's just the location you go to and you just deal with whatever's there. Good quest mod. Has a lot of difficult shit in it. Really only towards the end, though. Yeah, I thought I heard one of you. Serana, why is life so painful? You really led that shot, didn't you, girl? God. Alright, get down here. Get down here, fight me on the arse. Door fly all the way over there, that works too. Low time. Slash. Run for it. Do I look like I'm hiding? Ugh. Vigilant doesn't have a ton of soul stuff, so you are sent to the Oblivion Realm, I think? Sounds about accurate. You really backed that ass up when you needed to, huh? Oh yes, just walk background. Just walk completely backwards. Shoot lightning out of your mouth. Taken care of. Yeah, you really showed him, honey. Money. You know, I'm walking around with, like, a lot of Dragon Souls that I can't really use anything for. Right? Yeah, I got 61 of the damn things. Just spend it because you have them. Who cares? Not me. Yeah, just do the whole thing. Isn't Whirlwind Sprint... Didn't that get bugged because I have the Rapid Slash in? I think it did. I think I remember. And I'll be taking this, and that, and one of these. You know what I'd like to find? Elemental Fury. Because that just gives you, like, swing speed up, right? As long as your weapon's not enchanted, which this isn't, because I don't think it can be. Give them to the beggars. Thief, the beggars serve no purpose. They give you a buff that doesn't amount to anything. Yeah, found the place. And bet them in blackjack games. Adding to the list of vanilla locations I surprisingly haven't walked in the last 80 hours. Huh. Alright. See what's down here. There's never anything good down here. Never, not once. Hey, I recognize this place. Hawk. He's not one for conversation, surprisingly. I feel like that was unnecessary, Serrano. I'm gonna be real honest about that. Dude, seriously. Ah, for God's sake. I was skeptical, but it's obvious now. The old hymns had truths to them. The relief wasn't far from the entrance. Just as they said, I've no doubt that it hides the entrance to Kevin's tomb. The two keys. God, learn to read, asshole. Someone hidden nearby. Ceremonial replicas of Okin and Nezush. favorite weapons when Kevin went into battle. I don't dare explore further without hiring bodyguards to accompany me, however. To think the Tongue Chieftain... That sounds filthy. Could be entombed behind just a few feet of stone. The ancestors we scarcely believed was real. Can we get, like, some formatting for the journals for the next game so sentences don't continue on to the next page? Twice damned for planning this foolish scouting trip. I should have hired those sellswords in the first place. Perhaps there is no need. This place is just a tomb, after all, and there are no obvious signs of habitation. It isn't as though the 1,000-year dead will mind if I have a look around. Joke's on you!
I was always taught to...
Yeah, I just keep my eyes closed and pretend the world around me wasn't real, too. How is Red Dead Redemption 2 still $60? I don't know, Thief. Why is every single goddamn remaster of the GTA trilogy god-awful? It's because they've made enough money on GTA Online that they don't have to care about anything. Anything at all, man. Current era. Current year bad. Nice shield, though. Okay, can you put him out of his misery? Jesus Christ. You lack the required item. I lack a fuck to give. Alright. Check this way first, I suppose. You'd think at this stage in the game I'd be dealing with something worse than Draugr. No, constant problem. Yep, there's another one. Ugh. You know, of the, like, monster mod collections I have, you'd think there'd be one that just adds more types of undead. I know there's zombies, but, like, those aren't down here. And the, like, skeleton warrior things, those are only around dragon mounds. Skeleton warriors. Huh. Well, no help there, huh? Ceremonial, you say? Mind if I help myself? Where's key? Well, my one-handed's already all the way up, so I don't think anything's gonna come of that. Took your sweet time, didn't you? And that's dead. Damn it. Alright, alright. Go down the other way, then. Does Rockstar have a Japanese branch? It's entirely possible. Dear God. How is it all still setting in this quickly? Anybody there? Oh yeah, someone's there. Surprisingly, that worked out very well. No. No shouting at me. Illegal. How dare. What did I say about shouting at me? Eh. Ugh.
Let me know if you need anything.
I haven't been alright in years, Serana. A reason to be up here, I guess. Can you, like, deal with something on your own for once? Jesus. Ugh.
Gorgeous as always, my love.
Always have been. Huh. How's the audio, by the way? Everything working out okay? Things sound fairly balanced? Nothing blowing out your ears so far? Alright. You know, this is kind of a very elusive armor set in, like, vanilla game because you can't make it. As far as I remember, at least. You only really get it from certain, very specific areas. Audio good? Good. I'll be taking this. Oh no. What will I... He slapped your shit! This is fucking amazing. I never changed, Todd. Good job, Serrano. Good times. Okay, back to what I was doing. Open, says me. Defeat Kevin. Kevin? 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 Where are you, Kevin? I can hear you doing a thing, Kevin.
Oh, you're dead.
What? Oh, up there. You can handle that, right? You can handle that. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hello, Kevin. Welcome to die! Bethesda bosses, everyone. Can I get, like, some actual boss mechanics in the next game, for God's sake, Todd? Is that something I can do? Can I get a health bar of some kind? Is that too much to ask? I'll take that. You don't need it. Yeah. A book I've already worn. No. Nice Conan reference, but no. Also, I'm pretty sure I just got a book I've already read before, as like part of the quest reward stuff. Spell Tome. Oh no, I haven't read it. Kernel of fire that explodes after 4 seconds, doing 110 points of fire damage. Targets on fire take extra damage. Okay. How would Jimmy Hopkins react to all that? What, the anime trope bully sequel? He'd probably be into it. Oh, Jim Bob sounds like he's into a lot of stuff. Are you still dealing with that down there? Aura Whisper. Well, may as well add it to the list. Useless as they all are. And I'm back here. Alright. Another, like, rare weapon. Useless in the grand scheme of things, though. Anything useful? Better than nothing. Yeah, I guess we're back out and we'll check out that lock. I saw that at the last second, you bastard. God bless you. I swear to God. Serana, take a knee. I need a boost. Ugh. I can do this. Damn it. What? Ugh. God damn. Also. Suck it, Todd. Worthless. Pointless, even. Okay. Check the locked door. I did do the thing I needed to in here, right? Yeah? Seemingly I did. I guess you did that for me, huh? Thank you? I guess? I should probably check that body just in case it had unique stuff on it. I should probably do that. Just as a safety precaution. May as well. Off I go, defying physics again. Oh, wait. Bodies don't persist through... Oh, no, they do. Restless Draugr. That wasn't the one, was it? You? No? May as well just turn that off, then. Basic. Eh. Eh, if you say so. Didn't exactly seem all that useful. What did I come in here for? Eh, who cares? Not my problem now. Leave it be. Leave it all be. Ah. Eh. Blech. Okay, actually go this time. Dear God. Ugh. Then it's the first exit on your right, yes? Yeah, this is the place. Okay. Don't be a disappointment like everything else in my life. Eh. Let's find out. Main hall. Sudden music. Should I be alarmed by this? Oh yeah, I should be alarmed, holy Christ. Mary, Mother of God. Oh Jesus. Oh fuck. Oh God. That's a lot of little boys. Okay, this is happening. This is all happening all at once even. Dear Christ in heaven. This is not what I was expecting. Okay, physics are having trouble. Engine can't handle it. There's a lot happening. Ugh. I'm having a hard time keeping up. Yep. This is a lot. Yeah. Stop running. Okay, nice collision. Ugh. Yeah. I'm okay. That was surprisingly not all that painful. He just has hard knockdown on it. Ugh. Okay, easy does it, you. There's a lot going on right now that I had no idea would be here. Can I paralyze you? No, God forbid. He's not tough. He's just big and stupid looking. See? Just like the real Covetous demon. Sick. Thought you could hide, huh? No one hides. Eh. Okay. That was a lot. Thanks. You. Well, nice place you got here. Christ. Good job, modders. You made a more threatening boss than anything Todd Howard's ever done. Not all that good in the way of loot, though. Okay, music, calm down, he's dead. Calm down, he's dead. Like he's dead. Like I fucked him up. Anything else? No, seemingly not. Okay. I can work with this. Good job, everybody. It's probably linked to the cell. Yeah, probably. I'm just gonna assume the fact that was a modded room means Serana couldn't enter it at all. That or it's because she was too far away. Either way, I blame you. Yeah, let's get out of here. It's amazing what stuffing a 2-story flesh sack into a tiny room can do to scare a player. Yeah, pretty good trick. You know, I have not gone down here, apparently. What was I saying? Right. If anyone on that there internet wants to, like, add all the Elden Ring bosses into the, like, Souls tier list bosses, that'd be appreciated. Because I have the list made out for everything else. And it just needs the, what, 130-ish unique bosses from Elden Ring? No variants, just whatever the strongest version of the boss is. I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's anything that blows me away in that game. There's nothing up to, like, this big standard that I hold the best bosses in the series to, you know? I think the best one by, like, leads and bounds is probably Horaloo. And even then, Horaloo just makes it into A, barely. Hot take, Melania and Radon are both pretty fucking mid. Not big on either of them. There's just not much to them. They're more gimmicky than bosses used to be, man. I guarantee you, like, 90% of the time, players only died to Melania because of Waterfowl. Excuse me a moment. It's the one attack they can't figure out. If it just wasn't there, they probably would have gotten her on the first try, no problem. Another one of these it is, huh? So be it. It's on the agenda. No, I don't think so. Come on, then. Try your damnedest. Nice job on the killing me thing. Jack-offs. Where was I going? Alright, this thing. Actually, what is off in this direction? How far am I walking? I can't really tell, honestly. Okay, they're both here. One of them's in Riverwood. Actually, how far is the other one? Well, both those arrows look pretty goddamn close. For now, just go to Riverwood. Ugh. Anytime you want to load, Todd. Anytime. Anytime now. Right. This is gonna be some doppelganger of me, right? Well, okay, the fog isn't really helping me. Hey, Serana?
So,
Why don't you just, wait here. Wait
I'll
here.
be waiting. Who's there?
Yeah, I didn't kind of want you involved in this. Oh. You're using the default. I've got it, Serana. Stop using the ice. And you've alerted the whole town. Good job, Serana.
What was that?
You know, for allegedly being me, you kind of suck. Serana, I fucking hate you. I hate you so much. You're the worst it's ever been. We're leaving. Can't go anywhere with these goddamn people. What's the other thing I need to do? Shriekwind Bastion. Vampire Shriekwind. Vampire Shriekwind. I'm not seeing an arrow besides her. Oh, wait. No, no. There you are. When enemies are nearby. Can't do anything in this world. I can't do anything. I can't take you anywhere. Reload it. It's the one spell, man. It's the one goddamn spell. She does this every time. I hate my life. We're gonna go off the... Oh, Jesus Christ, again. Dot set AV carry weight 10,000. We're gonna go a little bit up the road and leave you here because apparently you can't be trusted to be around anyone. Dear Christ, why is my life like this? You, woman,
So, where are we off to now?
stay.
If you say so. Gets lonely waiting here by myself.
Yeah. Gonna walk dog. I don't have dog. I don't have dog to walk. You're not following me, right? I just heard footsteps. Huh. So how do I know he's me if he doesn't have, like, a visible face? Yo, me! Oi! You want, like, a proper 1v1 now? Are you chopping wood? Hi? How you doing? You having a good time? You look like you're having a good time. You know, you'd think you'd at least use something resembling my set of equipment. Now, hi. Just now seeing me, are you? This is the best I've got, huh? Come on, then. Nice aim, jackass. Come on, once more now. Eh. Taken care of. This time without alerting the populace. No, really, why is this all you have? You're a disappointment. Okay, go collect woman. Now I just need to take care of a vampire. Sarana, we're leaving civilization again. You can let your bloodlust free now. Sarana. There you are. Right where I left you. Good dog.
What now?
Let's go.
Thought you'd never ask.
Yeah. So it's down this way. Just go right across the street, even. Big. Large. He's a big fella, he is. Okay. Just head right over. Didn't think we'd be this high up. God. We're next to Fall Creek, aren't we? Could be this mountainous. Huh. Pat thief's dog. Yeah, that's the place. Oh, hey! It's one of them little fellas. What, are they up top? Yeah, I guess they are. Not a problem in the least. And we're done. Let's change of pace. Thrana, what's taking you? It's just a road, for God's sake. Learn to walk. I know you got little stubby legs, but Jesus, woman. There she is. About time. God. Ugh. Okay, in we go.
What's that?
What? You hear something? I hear voices. Oh, hi. I'm here to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. No, it does not matter that you don't own a car. Surprisingly, that wasn't the one we were here for.
You'd think a vampire would be right at home in a place like this. You'd be wrong.
Well, they seem to be set up just fine. You're like, why are you a pirate? Yeah. Magic suppression, a lot of good that did for you. Fellow eye patch enjoyer, very based. Fortunately, it's not enough to save you at the end of the day. What is this, a torture rack? Huh. Looks more abandoned for, you know, you guys. Nothing decent in your pockets, even. Okay, let's go, you. I know just what to do with you. Come on, you're drunk. Let's go. Come on, you can do it. Come on. I believe in you. Just sit upright. Come on. There you go.
This
No,
place
no,
makes me
no,
feel
no,
a
no.
little uneasy.
No.
Let's not stick around
Oh, God.
for too long.
I don't think we have much of a choice. Give me a second here. I know the joke is wearing thin, but give me a second. I can work with this. Damn it, Serana, I was gonna put her here. Seat stealer. God. You know, a rotate button would go a long way for this, Todd. The joke's ruined. Move on. Dead bit. Why is the front door locked? A lot of good that did. Lucy, I'm home! You seem to have a bit of a leak. I want to call someone about that. Huh. Well, not how I expected that to go. Watch your step. I guess just through here, then.
Who's there?
Oh, good. I thought you'd be stupid enough to walk in there. Rat. Out of the way, fellas. I gotta find another vampire. Apparently the one at the door wasn't the one I'm here for. It's that same one, right? Yeah, seems like. Oh, hey, a chesticle. Never mind. False idol. They're so rare. And they don't have anything useful on them. Huh. There's a staircase. Make Todd proud. Break the physics as much as possible. I've had more than your back, Serana. Chest. Take the stamina. Be useful in case I shoot anyone that has ice powers. Fine. Oh, right. I think I remember this. Yeah, there's just this one weird spot in this one dungeon where there's a bunch of shoes. Always weirded me out. Oh, good, you caught up. Why do you sound like you're, like, crackling with sexual energy? Stop resurrecting people, you weirdo. Nice lighting effect. Rana, do you see, like, a thing I can pull here? Because I don't. Stop it. No, I'm not really seeing anything here. Okay, can you, like, give it... Oh, there it is. Yep. Just a little bit blind. Just a little bit.
I'm not someone to be trifled. Who's there?
Yeah, very impressed.
How did I look? Did I take these enemies down in style?
I've seen better. Open! Damn it. There. Thank Christ. Mine.
Nice job. Anything good?
Some levers. Which I'm just going to pull on indiscriminately. Never mind. Except for that one, apparently. What's back there? And back there. I said, and back there. Nothing. Loose coffin. Same deal. Can you shut that thing up? It's weird. Ugh. They really went for it with the lighting in this one dungeon. Huh. Todd must have been willing to try that day. Don't step on the floor trap, Serana. Oh hey, you listened for once. Progress. Do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do, do-do-do-do. Anything decent? God forbid. That looked weird for a second. Huh. One. Lots of blood. Oh, hi. Wait, you're just a thrall. You're not even the vampire. You're just some guy. I could have handled it, you know. Dressed to the nines, though, isn't he? Serana, if you are about to sit in that throne, I swear to God... Why are you like this? Do you do this just to spite me? Is this like that whole levitating thing back then? Don't think I've forgotten about that. You're just gonna sit back down, aren't you? God damn it. Can we get, like, some better companion AI in the next game, please? Huh. Aha! Thought you could fool me, huh? Be a cold day in hell, Howard. What's behind the secret door? Oh, it's just an exit. Oh, never mind then. Ugh. Disappointing. I'm sure it'll be useful after we're done, right? Once with all the walking. You know, it's definitely down here somewhere, right? Well, we're getting closer now, at least. What's up, fool? How you doing? Yeah, figured that would be the reaction. You know, given the fact I have a thing specifically for using this, I may as well. Yeah, I forgot about that. I took that during the Dragonborn questline. Baba Booey. May as well use more of my stuff. A lot of good it's gonna do. Alright, Serana, watch a master at work. Bum 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 bum. See? Simple. Okay. He's behind the door. Go in. Get it done. Clean exit. Stop. Surprisingly, that didn't go into Will immediately. Huh. Thought it would have gone better. I forget. What was Merciless Storm? I put some points into Restoration. Oh god, it's fucked up. The only thing I did in the intervening time was Restoration, because doing those extra quests give you things you can spend on perks. No. Am I just noticing something? I guess I am. Is that power? Must be a power. Or not. Oh wait, there it is. Cancels an inactive shout cooldown, allowing you to shout again immediately afterwards. Yes, please. Do it again, no one's gonna stop you. Cool. He's back, he is. Hi, thief. Welcome back. Serana, would it be offensive for me to tell you that you ever consider making, like, a blood-based chili? Oh no, that sounds like something one of you people would be into. Don't drink the blood, Serana. The fuck are you doing? Ugh. Can't trust these Danes. And more stuff I already have 100 on. That was what I was here for, right? Yep, totally is. Saw someone pissing in the street? Yeah, that sounds about right. Don't go outside, kids. There's nothing out there. I already have that one. Can I go home yet? I don't know, remains to be seen. Up, 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 up. You know, considering I found an early exit earlier, where the hell does this go? Oh, a word wall! And you, apparently. Stay down. Okay, fine, have it your way. Ugh. Every time, Serrano. Every time. Hit me with your best shot. Oh, there's Elemental Fury. Like the one shout I really wanted. Yes. Hope to God it actually works. Okay. Let's bounce. See what the hell I can spend Radiance on now that I did all 5 of those. Ah, my poor neck. Serrana, I feel like jumping from here would be a very poor idea. It's almost like they expected of you or something. That's probably why the other exit is back there, right?
The sun is...
Okay, okay, stop whining. God.
It's not great for my skin.
We're going.
You know what I mean.
Ori, would you give out goodnight kisses? That's a loaded question. Okay, let's find out. The time has come to learn. Chalice of Radiance. Sacrifice Radiance to gain power. It just gives you the same things as the ones outside. Okay. I was gonna sleep. I've gotten even 200 Magicka, 700 HP, and 400 Stamina. I think I'm good on that front, but I could always use some more perks, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. What the fuck? Hi? That's weird. I wasn't there before.
I'm glad we're here to...
Are you gonna get weirder the more I do this? I feel like you are. Let's spend those extra perks. Do I want anything in the way of enchanting? I mean, I don't exactly have anything that is enchanted, as far as my weapon goes, right? I guess I have my enchanted clothes, right? 25% more effective when I deal with an attack. Useless. Spell scribes. Dual casting. Hello, princess. You found the new emote. Congratulations. Hello. Nothing there. Do I want better block? Deflecting arrows wouldn't be half bad. Power bash. I don't know, man. The attacker within 5 seconds deals double damage. Useful. Hmm. 16 is a new high for you. I think you are getting stronger. Violently disarms the attacker. Oh, God. Hey, Todd, when you make the next game, can you, like, add in perks that are useful and are, like, RPGs? You know, in your RPG game? It'd be nice. Extra attack damage. Take no damage. There's a lot of good stuff here. Hold the line. Skull bash. Oh, God. I don't know, man. Decisions. I can go more into, like, light armor, can't I? I think I put a few extra in here. Yeah, absolutely did. Crits deals 75% more for 10 seconds after entering combat while wearing armor. Right. I gotta remember to start using these. Because this is just like dodge on jump, right? Yeah. DMC jump. Yep. Also improves Fire Frost and Shock spells. Not useful for what I'm doing. And I'm not doing unarmed, so good on that front. When you level up skills, you should get whole new abilities / mechanics. Hey, funny you should mention that for what I did with the restoration. Because there's just some useful shit. Very useful. Excessively useful. Extremely. Big use. Very large use. So useful. Ugh. Actually, is there anything in alteration I might want? No. No, not really. You know, should I finally get a point in sneak? Should I finally do it? Leveling acrobatics should eventually give you the ability to climb walls. It'd be nice. There is a double jump mod, finally. There's a couple. Someone actually decided to make one specifically for some guy that does YouTube videos. I was like, oh, that's nice. About goddamn time. Unfortunately, that's using a latest build of the game, so I can't do it because this build is from, like, 2 years ago. Have I gotten everything from speech I want? Because all I really wanted from here was the better shouting. Yeah, seems to be. Oh, decisions. Oh, the misery. Nothing at all, huh? Not a goddamn thing. Just make a goddamn decision. Can move at full speed while blocking, yes. Yes. Do that. Do that. Do that. There. Plenty taken care of. Off we go, dear. Finally. Actually go continue the quest. Ugh. No idea what's going on with the meat pile downstairs. Don't go down there. Just don't, guys. I hear some hammering. Yeah, you don't have to stand around. He's at least taking a seat. Let's go talk with Gwyneth down here.
Home to me is a hot cup of ale.
Yeah, I've heard it, man.
Do you have some time?
Yeah,
I
actually.
need to talk to you about something.
What's up?
Some time ago, a vigilant was sent to the mansion of a noble from Koral. Now we've received a letter from him, asking for reinforcements. I wanted to send him a few vigilants immediately, but...
Do you know if there's something wrong?
letters take longer to arrive than usual. What with the Civil War and everything, but...
Yeah, someone should take care of that.
Since he was
Someone that's
there.
not me for once.
Also, the Vigilant hasn't returned yet, and I fear it may already be too late. I want to leave this decision to you. What should we do?
If I don't come back in a week, send someone after me.
All right. Please. Be careful. I will prepare a carriage in front of the temple to take you to the mansion.
All right. You hold down the fort, I guess.
My parents were traveling merchants, eventually settling in Cyrodiil.
Ugh. Pray to Horn. Get better block. God bless you. Ugh.
Need something?
So, hey, Serana.
So, what's on your mind?
I think you should probably hang around here
Are
until
we
I get
ready,
back.
Honey? Wouldn't want to keep your love waiting too long, would you?
Right. Dude, seriously, you can take a seat. Jesus God. Okay. Let's see what goes on here. Not imagine things are going to be too good. Let's see where this ranks on the fuck around find out scale. So who are you cheating on her with? No one! Thief, why would you cheat on an immortal vampire puss? Are you, like, on the payroll, by the way, man? Or are you just a guy? No, you look like you're on the payroll. You're in the uniform and everything.
The honors are nobles, so you should be on your best behavior. Khajiit says this in case you forget.
Yeah, don't worry. I know how to be cordial. Nice place you got here. I should probably plug in my phone. It's starting to die. Common occurrence, I'm afraid. Ease does it. There you go. You were at 9%. Jesus. She seems like a bit of a retort, so you might have some ethical hang-ups about that. Nah. Nah, I'm good. How you doing, Alfred?
Welcome. We have been waiting for you.
Nothing suspicious about your name.
Follow me inside. My lord will meet you there.
I'm sure he will.
Don't mind me. If I may invite you in, my lord is waiting for you.
You know, it's rare to meet an alien these days.
Like the rest of my people, I am just a shadow, a remnant. Nothing worth talking about.
Right. Bit of a sinister name, don't you think?
It's not that unusual. It's a common name for an elf.
You know, a letter from Bartholo, one of our vigilants, came, but,
Master Buffalo is also waiting for us inside. Please, come in.
I've walked into worse situations than this, oddly enough, right? Investigate and solve the incidents. Don't mind if I do. Hey, FOV 100. Let's just do that, huh? You know, it's a good thing I'm wearing this thing that produces light. Oh yeah, there's some you don't see every day. Okay, what do we got? My tears, they won't stop. All I can still feel is hate, and yet I'm drowning in tears. My beloved son Julius is no longer human. He is a child of oblivion. It's all my fault. All I can do now is take my responsibility. Did you, like, suicide by knife through the face? That's hardcore, man. Fuck. You got a big DeBella statue here, though. Pretty base, not gonna lie. You know, usually these things are here so there's, like, a ballroom or a master bedroom back this way, but no, you're just here so you can talk shit to people, huh? Well, okay. Other door. Got it. Sure nothing bad's gonna come out of this, huh? Trees. Are we doing like a horror setup? Yeah, we're doing like a horror setup. Okay, bit of a tonal there's Kronos eating his kids. It's the painting you put in your horror thing when you don't have the need to make full assets. You know, they say Kronos ate his fucking kids, but Zeus was his kid, and he allegedly got eaten, and Zeus killed him from the inside, right? That's how that went. I think that's how that went. But the way this is depicting it here, It's like, really? You just come back from that? Okay, whatever. Good job, Zeus. I saw that. Okay, seriously, what are you just a mannequin? What's the dealio? Really hate that I can tell they're just reusing the Pip-Boy flight from Fallout 3. Well, it is coming from this thing on my hip here. But yeah, same general position. Lines up fairly well. What color did you make your Pip-Boy? I always like making mine purple. A lot of skill books here, though. Be nice change of pace if they glowed a little bit in the next game so you can tell which ones you haven't read. Like from a sink? Why? Marcus's journal. I visited the Temple of Stendarr in Skyrim to find out the cause of unfortunate accidents happening in my mansion. The vigilants I talked to really listened to my story. It was very different from the officials of the Imperial City. I stuck with amber or green for the most part. Oh, I see. You're one of them orange lads, huh? Makes sense with your name color. Disgusting. The temple will send me a skilled vigilant. Bartholo, I, and Julius are starting to suffer because of these continued incidents. Julius hasn't said a word since his mother vanished. Even if this case is solved, will we ever have peace again? There's only uneasiness and worry before me. A month passed since Bartholo arrived at the mansion. These unfortunate incidents have seemed to have stopped suddenly. I don't hear crawling from the hallways in the middle of the night anymore. We haven't had such peaceful days since Julia's disappearance. However, this doesn't mean my worries have ceased, but it should be all fine now. Because the temple sent me one of their vigilants, I have nothing to worry about. Julius behaved strangely in that past month. He avoids Bartholo's presence. I wonder why. He never acted like this. Lamthor, the butler, is dead. He was killed by the dogs, and the scene was terrible. Dogs were barking like crazy, and I couldn't bear it. However, they quietened when Bartholo ran to them and cast some spell. According to Bartholo, the dogs were under influences of a frenzy spell. Who could have done that? There was no one skilled in magic on my estate. The maid Patricia committed suicide. Bal, the butler, found her dead, hanging in her room. She always seemed fine to me. She wasn't struggling with anything. Why did she do this? Sumil, the cook, went insane. He attacked me with a meat cleaver, but thanks to Bartholo, I got away without a scratch. I decided to have Sumil restrained and confined in the storeroom. You mean like Jack Nicholson? I heard crawling from the hallways again. It even seemed louder than before. Whatever it is, it's a bad omen. I should tell Bartholo about it tomorrow. Sumil died. He was found dead in the ice storeroom, apparently bitten to death by a skeever. Situation seems to be worsening. Bartholo seems to know something, but he won't talk to me. Is there a reason why he wouldn't tell me? Bartholo behaves strangely. He looks very tired and somehow distant today. Did something happen? Julius is staying in his mother's room more and more often. Is he missing her so much? Bartholo won't come out of his room. I tried to speak to him, but there was no answer. He's still in bed, apparently. I'm sure there's nothing wrong, but still. Julius has been playing in front of Bartholo's room. He was avoiding Bartholo for a long time, but now he's suddenly seeking out his presence. What changed his mind? Take this for evidence. People who use the white Pip-Boy color aren't natural. I may have used white as my Pip-Boy color the first playthrough of Fallout 3 back in the day. Let's put a pin in that, come back to it later. Marcus, head of the Brilliant family, visited our Temple of Stendarr. He requested an investigation of unfortunate accidents, which happened recently on her mansion. Gun? No gun. You know, I do have a gun emote, don't I? Yeah, totally do. Mansion. Marcus suspects the cause of these accidents may be something magical. After listening to him, I cannot find any connection between these accidents. They seem more like unfortunate coincidences. Keeper Thorndeer thinks the same. However, as with the story about the necromancers lurking in the basement of a mansion in Anvil, I think there may be more to this. After consultation with Thorndeer, it was decided I will investigate this case. A month passed since I arrived at the mansion and no accidents happened yet. I wonder whether my worries were unfounded. No, I can't afford to let down my guard. If there are any demons or Daedra, aren't those the same thing in this scenario? They may be cautious around me. I will continue this investigation for another month. Butler Lamthor, the maid Patricia, and the cook Sumiel all died unnatural deaths. Unfortunately, I was unable to prevent their deaths. However, their demise confirms my theory. The evil spirit of this house had been only hiding. Then, when it could no longer resist the thirst for blood, it committed new atrocities. But perhaps foolishly, it left a trace behind. I could see faint remains of magicka around the victims. I followed the track to the storeroom and found a totem there. Judging by its appearance, it belongs to Molag Bal. A very strong blood curse hangs over it. It's obvious this is the cause of all this misfortune. I will try to dispel this totem tonight. I've successfully dispelled the totem. It rusted and its devastating magical power faded, but the curse put on it was unusual. It was so full of hatred and anger it made me sick. Hatred in its purest form. And the blood curse that was applied to the totem was very similar to that of ancient alien magic. Judging by the nature and strength of the curse, its caster must be paying a high price. The most frightening thing is the willingness of the caster. What could drive someone so far? I'm getting old. Dispelling that single totem exhausted almost all my strength, and judging by the power of the curse, there should be at least 4 or 5 more totems. I can't take care of it by myself, so I decided to request assistance from the temple. I sent the letter with the fastest carriage at the estate, and it should arrive at the temple tomorrow morning. The reinforcements should then arrive in 2 or 3 days. In the meantime, I'm taking a day or 2 to rest. I'm being overcome with fear. My hands are trembling and I can't stop sweating. I made a mistake. I shouldn't have tried to dispel the curse before reinforcements from the temple arrived. The spelling was not complete. The totem regained its evil glow and started making an eerie sound. I can feel the curse crawling over me. The doors and windows disappeared and everything faded in thick fog. There is no way out. I can't escape. Stendar, give me strength. Please give me the courage to face this fear. Sounds like someone was looking over the journals they found. Otherwise, why the hell would they be in here? Don't know why I bothered. It said empty. Bella statue. We do a little opening, we do. It's gold. Nothing useful. Yeah, I'm gonna pretend I didn't see that. Don't worry about it. But, it's classical painting, it's fine. Like the cherubs. All the bookcases are locked? Really? All of them? Every single one? Jesus. Okay. Do what you gotta do. Nothing. You know, I probably should have taken a point in, like, lockpicking, make this whole process just a little bit easier. Right? Even faintly so? There's really nothing in these damn things. Just in case. Make sure. Nada. Not a single iota of a thing. Lock picking up, though. That's good. Is this a vanilla book? Gonna go with yes. I don't recognize the name, though. I'm going around in friggin' circles now. Anything under the bed? No, not really. I didn't get a key or anything, did I? I don't feel like I did. Just go through once more just in case. Aha! Okay, that was sudden. Not what I expected. Todd? Oh, where the hell am I? What is this Silent Hill bullshit? Doors open separately. Okay. Is this the same... I think it is. Yeah. Same outline as the mansion's own hallways. That's a new one. Oh, hey. I recognize you. And you're out for my blood. What was your plan, sir? You know, I found you dead out in the lobby. What the hell are you doing here? Well, commit you to the flame, I suppose. There you go. Have a seat. Fire indeed hot. Damn it. Ugh. Work with me, physics engine. You know, surprisingly, being on fire is a very minor inconvenience for me at this point in the game. Was there really no reason to go in there? Like, none. Nothing? Nothing. Not a damn thing. Ugh. Okay, that's a weird one. Okay, very weird. Lots of blood. Was that supposed to hurt me? Because it kind of didn't. Annoyed my ears a little bit, but nah. You just murdered him in cold blood? I mean, yeah. You had it coming. Alright, what's this? I feel like I'm going down more flights of stairs than the mansion had. You know, I think I got enough Silent Hill gobbledygook from the Fallout 4 playthrough at this point. Oh, thank God. Okay, you just slide all over the goddamn place, huh? Take care of that. Ugh. Seriously. Well, that's fucking awful. What, he's falling out of the goddamn ceiling? Ugh. Nothing's happening. Jesus, indeed. Alright, fair enough. Everything is awful. Everything sucks in this part of the game. The young master was playing in the stairs in the hall today. There may still be some toys and scribbles left. An important quest from the Imperial City is coming tomorrow. You mean guest? Oh, it does get guest. God, dyslexia. Please clean the hall thoroughly today. We must not bring shame to our master, Lamthor. Which was the actual butler, right? And not obviously the devil in disguise? Oh, fuck this. Ugh. I'm not okay with any of this. Yeah, basement's flooded. What's up here? Anything else? Didn't I already kill you? I feel like I did. Yeah. At least something like you. Oh, for God's sake. Yeah. Jesus, tap dancing, Christ. Nice hammer. Thank God nothing is textured. Thank Christ. Ugh. Next. Yeah, the worst part is I don't even know if I'm going the right way or not. Oh yeah, that's just great. That's just fantastic. Absolutely fucking stupendous. Exactly what I wanted. Take care of that. Come here, you. God damn Doom 3 designs. Cleanse. Ugh, my eyes. Okay. Yep, taken care of. Alright. Another one bites the dust. Never did go down that path that was flooded, though. Huh. I didn't open that. I didn't hit the open button on that. That wasn't me. That was not my handiwork. That felt more like a berserk thing. Possible. So there were like 4 or 5 of those things, right? Now that's one down if I took care of one. Right? Why do you have a bench sitting on your table? That's a bad idea. Don't do that. With your 3 gold. Any totems hanging around here? Anything? Anything hidden in a corner somewhere or underneath a bed? I don't see one. Yeah, go figure. Wait, why is the way to the basement on the 2nd floor? That's just poor use of space. Hey, speaking of, I can afford to turn that off now, can't I? How many RE4 paintings do you think the mod has? Yeah. I feel like unless you rip them directly through RE4, they're not going to have them. Because those are like actual paintings, aren't they? Because I seem to remember the RE4 HD mod team having to go to the actual places to get them. Oh hey, I'm back out here. Fantastic. I should probably, like, drop a save here. It's been a while. Right? Did it. Shame. Alright. Clear the 1st floor first. It's just gonna be a mannequin, isn't it? Stop opening doors for me. I don't like it. Like that. This. Nice loot. Not a damn thing. Okay. I guess the blood's a signifier, right? Yep, totally is. Alright, this is a fair bit, isn't it? What do you got? Come on. Give me whatever awful shit's in here. Next. Take care of that. Why are we burning all the chairs? Why the chairs specifically? Stay down, please. Ugh. Awful. Terrible, even. The flame. They're still being chased, oh fuck. Or you just hear me through the floor? Through the floor it was. Okay. Next. Whoa. Jesus, Mary, Mother of God. There's a lot of awful things in here. I cut off your not head. You didn't have a head and somehow I cut it off. Whatever. Decapitation! Why does it have to be this way? Oh, great. Oh yeah, this is gonna go great. This is gonna go fantastic, I can already tell. Huh? Can you imagine if I had brought Serana with me through this? Jesus. You cut off the metaphysical concept of her head. Much more effective. So true, bestie. Stop throwing blood magic at me, please. Next. Oh, this is gonna suck. Easy does it. Easy does it. Zeh. Take it easy. Made it. I'm the best. Stairs, 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 stairs. Yeah. Clear that. One issue at a time. That's not a good sign. That's just a weird thing with a thing on its head. Yeah. Suck it. Got anything useful on you? Why do I have a burned corpse as a weapon? Whatever. Sure. Not the weirdest thing in my inventory. Cleanse. Alright, another one taken care of. I should probably just do that. Please don't tell such strange stories to the young master. I'm not saying this because you are alien, but in the education of a noble there is simply no place of knowledge about black magic and people that have long since passed. I do not want you to tell him such things in the future, even if he asks. I just want the best for my boy. Right. Love letter. I am very scared of the young master. Am I wrong? Those dark eyes of his, I feel as if I'm looking at oblivion when I see them. I cannot stop trembling. Would you mind stopping this trembling with your strong arms tonight as well? Patricia. That bitch dead. What's next on the search agenda? Spiced wine. That's a child. Emil's note. The source of that crawling sound my lord keeps hearing at night. A red witch was there. She crawled across the ceiling. I shudder every time I remember her face. Being followed by her. She's in front of my door now, but she's only there at night. Surely she will vanish in the morning. Then I will tell Sir Bartholo about that witch. This does not bode well. Not in the least. A lot of bandanas. And a wedding wreath? Okay, sure. Take it just to have it. Do I hear a thing outside? I just might. Huh. Big house. Hey, kid. You were playing with a dwarven spider? No one's here. No one at all. Not a soul. Nothing at all. Marcus's journal. Grown cold to me. She doesn't speak to me, barely looks at me. Has she found out about my infidelity? No, she couldn't have. Julia and Julius vanished. I had servants search the mansion, but they haven't found them. Julius was found in the forest. He does not speak, and he seems to be extremely distraught. Julia is still missing. A vigilant of Stendar visited the mansion. His name is Jacob. he had my wife's ring. According to him, Julia was found floating in the northern part of Lake Ilion Alta. Apparently some fishermen found her. Strangely, her body was burned. Water around it boiling hot, and large amounts of dead fish and birds floated around it. Vigilant Jacob said her body was burning from the inside. What depraved sorcerer could do this to her? They put out the flames inside her body and buried her deeply. In her ashes, Jacob found the ring with my and her name on it, and then came all the way from Skyrim to bring it to me. That was the only thing left from her. Strangely enough, I feel relieved. The news of her death saddened me, but I shed no tears for her. Did the love I swore before Mara fade so completely? Why? But now I'm relieved. Julius hasn't spoken since the day he was found in the forest. Knowing about the death of his mother will only sadden him more. I won't tell him about Julia's death. The maid Heather fell down the stairs and broke her neck. Her hometown is in Valenwood. Savannah, I think. 10 septims should be enough to transport her body there. She was a clumsy girl, but something like that to happen. Julius didn't react even though he saw her death. I'm ashamed to admit I feel afraid of my own son. Even though he's my only child, I can't bear to stay around him anymore. Lately I keep hearing something crawling along the hallways in the middle of the night. I summoned my courage and decided to find the source of the sound, but I couldn't find anything. Am I just hearing things? If so, I'm tired of it. That thing with Heather, I need a long break. I've been approached by several people from the Imperial City, but I'll call them all away. I decided to hire a new butler today. A wild elf, his name is Bal. Surprisingly, Julius immediately took to him. I'm sure that elf will take good care of my son. Clifford, the other butler, has been found dead in the courtyard pond. The cause of his death is likely an illness of the heart. Healers told me the name of his illness, but it tells me nothing. Clifford served the Bruyant family since I was a child. He was always there for my family. From the bottom of my heart, I believe his death is incredibly sad. Still, the tears won't come. Just as they didn't when my wife died. I wonder if I'm just a ruthless person. Julius is watching that pond a lot. I wonder if he's grieving Clifford's death. I can't read any emotion from his empty eyes. The sound of something crawling down the hallways is getting louder. This shouldn't be happening. Something wrong with my mind? The Kaji gardener, Mazak, died. He fell from the tree and slit his throat with his own gardening shears. The accident happened right in front of me. It was just after the morning greetings. This is completely insane. I'm not out of my mind. There's something in the mansion, a source of that crawling sound. Something horrible is crawling around the house. I'm having nightmares every night. In the room full of rust and blood, I see Julius, his eyes blazing like fire. A man in black armor and Julia stand beside him. The armored man points at me and Julia, gives me a single red stone, burns my hands and my arms turn to ashes. I scream in pain, but Julia just laughs soundlessly, and Julius only looks at me. The nightmare always ends there, but it's becoming clearer and clearer every day. It's just a stupid dream, and yet I'm getting more and more afraid every day. What should I do? What a good that did. Anything to cleanse in here, or do I have to go out and face whatever the hell that is? Well, there is blood. No sign of a totem, though. Unless you are well hidden. Anything here? Eh, few pieces of gold. Yeah, every night, thief. Appreciate you stopping in, man. Get some decent rest. Not a damn thing, huh? A lot of miniatures, though. This kid builds Gundams, right? Like, assuredly. This isn't going to go well. Not in the least. Ugh. Okay. Work up your nerve. Get ready for it. Give the neck a good crack. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay. Oh yeah, that's pretty bad. That's bad. Not great. Okay, avoid that shit. Oh, what the Christ. Ugh. Oh, God. Okay, stay away from that.
Does someone live? Mortal fool, no one hides.
Hello. This doesn't seem to be working out that well. Ugh. At all, even. Eh. Minimal damage. Jesus, lady. Ugh. She's fucking with my vision a bit too much for my liking. Oh, good. Now there's two of them. Ugh. Christ. I can see why no one tried to just stab the goddamn thing. Oh, Patricia's the other one, huh? You move quick, you know that? How'd you get here already? Just let your head bob a little bit. Unless there's more than two, which is not preferable. Not preferable at all. Yeah, there she is. Ugh. You have a lot of health, you know that? Yeah. The vision's not helping. Really not helping at all. Wine cellar? Just dead rats. Hi, how you doing? What's up? Come here often? Quickly while she's away, pretend I'm not even here. Ugh. Oh, good. There is another way into the basement. Alright, this works. Kind of. Christ. Yeah, just make me fight a ghost with 1,000,000 health, why not? Surprisingly, I may or may not still be under combat. Go figure. Same ghost? You know, I wonder. I have Aura Whisper, right? Yes!
Lost!
Oh yeah, there's something. Ugh. Why is everything down here awful? Why is it gotta be that way, man? Hi, Kari. There's a lot of awful things here. Like, just the worst. Ugh. My vision. Ugh. Indeed, more Skyrim. Nothing happened earlier. Don't go back and look. You suddenly have a lot more defense than you did a moment ago, sir. Come on. Yeah. You know, I wonder. Now that's speed. Elemental Fury. incredibly useful. As long as you're not enchanting anything. New quest? Same quest line from the mods, but there's a lot to them. Is this the Butcher's Knife model from Demon Souls? Kinda looks like it. Okay. Back into the meat hole. Basically amnesia, but you can beat up the spookies. Yeah, I suppose. Oh, the one upstairs had a lot of health. Alright, who's next? Come on, I know one of you's gonna want it. Again? Didn't we just do this, man? Speed. Hit me. Vision's not helping, though. Ugh. Come on, big man. Come on. Dunzos. Still doing post-game stuff before Heaven's Word? Nice. Glad you're having fun. Ugh. I don't know, I get this distinct feeling that if one of them touches me, I just drop dead. Because I've been avoiding that up to this point. Oh yeah, that's what you want between the walls. Ugh, Christ. Huh. I feel like I didn't find anything down there. Did I? Just go back down just in case. I feel like I didn't. Check again. Worth the time it takes to sink into? Yeah. I remember liking it before I dropped off. Ugh. Seriously, dude, you have like this weird nail sword thing, and I can't have it. Yeah, there's the sewer again, but doesn't exactly help me, does it? Had to have missed something, right? I very much feel like I had to have. Yeah, there's the flesh wall. Maybe I didn't. Huh. But then what was I even coming down here for? And I found out what happened to Sumil, but I think I'd rather just find the source of this nonsense and be done with it. Ugh. Ew. Now I hear something else walking around. Be a good start. If I can find the damn thing. Is this where I came in from? It totally is, isn't it? Oh, just my luck. I can hear something wandering around. I can hear it.
Lost!
But I can't see it. Huh. There's not a totem down here either, which is a little bit off-putting. Huh. Well, head out then. There's nothing to do with this? Nothing at all. Okay. Out we go, I suppose. Emotions. Investigate. Unchanged objective. Let's put you back on. Emotional damage.
Sense a presence.
Yes, you do.
Mortal fool, no one hides from the dead.
Come and get me then. Oh, good, you got your friggin' health back. Great. Ugh. God. Ugh. God damn skeleton ghost thing. Ugh. Be gone, please, now. Where are you running? Where are you running? No one runs. Done. Perish. Suck it, ghost. Ugh. Christ. Now, will I be so fortunate with the other ones? Did you try using the other sword for the anti-undead thing? You mean the bard's dagger? I feel like that was very situational. Especially effective against undead and Daedra. The one with the sung theme? Oh, I never did Meridia's quest. I'll be honest, Meridia's quest a little bit on the lower end of the spectrum. And I haven't found a goddamn key for that. God damn it. Back to the search. Still not a good sign. This is just the same room I was in before. I've already searched both of those, right? Yeah, absolutely have. The other way out is through the basement, but I feel like every other option has been taken care of. Really nothing? Ugh. There was no key on her, right? Yeah, she was empty. And that's blocked off. Unless... Let me out. Let me out. Let me out now. Yep, no go. Ugh. Options limited. Unless there's something I missed. But I don't feel like that's the case. Nothing. You'd think the, like, study would have the other key, but no. Even though it's right there. I kind of doubt that's going to be a key. Just in case. Because I already solved this. Nothing there. Nothing there. No. No. Judgment? Elysian Order, then Mars Follower. Never been much of a reader. Go through this just in case. No. Nope. Not a damn thing. Nope. Judgment is apparently a skill book. Huh. Weird long title. Jesus, there's a lot in this one. Huh. No. No, Miss Shiagorath. It looked like a journal. No. Not seeing a damn thing. Well, back into the basement it is. I do a Mr. Key. Stop me if you see a key. Be extra vigilant. Naming. Scour everything you can. Not seeing nothing. There you were. Empty as you've always been. Go back to the flooded section. No, I'm not seeing it. And there's just more of the flesh wall. And I kind of doubt swaying on it is the solution. Not useful. It just goes back up again. Alright, through the flooded area again. Pray to God. I don't see a damn thing. Nothing. Alright, first section. No, that's a bone. Can't examine that. Can't examine that. Nothing inside the oven. Nothing on Sumeal 1. Wait, there? Hanging? Ah! Thank you. I'm old and blind. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay. We're on our way. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Thank Christ. We're on our merry goddamn way. Finally. It happens. Well, I'd hope so. Now, by the way, the, shitload of candy I ordered, I told you about this all on a previous stream, right? Yep. 120 bars of Airhead Taffy. Magnifique. What's the mystery flavor, by the way? The white one? Is it some type of berry? It has to be, right? Oh. Might be sour apple. Good thing Thief isn't around. I know, right? Let's go. Bird. All right, you killed the dogs. One of your butlers was dead in the pond, right? Aha! Found you, little bastard. Lots of clanging noises. Yeah, that's not a bad sign at all. Yeah, there he is. That wild elf who arrived recently seems to be negatively affecting your son. I think I saw him playing with the dogs in the courtyard this morning, muttering a strange spell to them. I'm sure that wild elf taught him this. He is uncanny and may have an adverse impact on the future of the young Master Julius. I would like you to consider dismissing that wild elf. Were aliens called wild elves? I guess they were, right? Ugh. Surprisingly, they don't drop their weapons. Okay, that's fucked up. I think we've gone too far in this world. Yep, gone too far. I don't like it. I don't like it. Why does it have Gon's hair from, like, the latter part of Hunter x Hunter? Bethesda modding scene was like the Stalker one with actual proper mod packs, so you can just download the whole thing and slap it into your game. I think that's the point of what Nexus wanted to do a ways back, right? And then every modder under the sun threw a tantrum at once. Because you couldn't opt out of it. And then they had the option to opt out of it, and they still complained. Modders do damn good work, better than the actual developers in a lot of cases, but God, can some of them be divas. Nice dodge, jackass. Yep. Yeah. Not completely ineffective as far as damage goes, are they? There. Be careful, because some of it looks a little bit samey. Other butler. Yesterday the young master threw some sort of black doll into the pond in mischief. It's unnatural, shining so awfully black in the water. I'd remove it myself, but I hurt my back recently, so I'd like you to do this. Of course, I will pay you back for this favor. I received a bottle of the finest quality wine from our master. Shall we drink it together tonight? Want to play New Vegas or Fallout 4, but I am so tired of modding I don't feel like trying to do it via mod organizer. Trying to use Vortex is a mess. Yeah, it can be, right? Oh, that's pretty good. No, none of this. None of this is okay. None of what I'm looking at right now is okay. I don't know why you're growing, like, flesh spike things on you, but I don't like it. The aliens are wild elves? Okay. Everything's gotta be so meaty. Is there no way to get over here? No, it doesn't really look like it. No door. I guess down I go. Where are you going? Don't you be running. Don't run away from me. Don't run when I'm talking to you. Go back up. Take care of business. Jesus. Up and over. Oh, good, you can shoot through the floor. Good for me. Stop doing that. I don't like it. Dodge that shit. Alright, so what's your deal then? You know, other than the obvious. Speed. The hell was a shadow weave? Oh, invisibility. Cool. Nazak. Why do you have that on you? No. Nazak's shears cut everything, a tree trunk or the armor of a mud crab, and the soft flesh is simplicity itself. You told me you stopped taking skooma, then why did I see you wandering the hallways last night and mumbling to yourself? You even claimed you've seen the ghost of Lady Bruiant. I hope a 3-month salary cut will bring you back to your senses. I also expect you to get rid of any and all skooma you may still have. If I ever see you like this again, I will have to convince our master to throw you out of the mansion. I only want what's best for you. A lot of good that did at the end. Okay, is everything awful here fucking dead? Seems to be. Although the fact that I'm still... Okay, no. Yeah, there's still something up there. Not that I can really see you. Oh, no, there you are. Yep, not my problem. Cleanse. Ugh. Oh, good, you put me back on the bridge. Pretty based. See what happens. Lots of investigation going on here. Big hallway. Okay, I can work with this. These can't all be guest rooms, right? Look pretty lived in, though. Okay, why do you have, like, spigots? Why do you have spigots? Is there a problem with the sinks in this place that I'm not aware of? Oh, good, the meat's back. Huh. Gold. I'm gonna be needing that. Nice busts. Take that in case I need it. There should be blood nearby if there's one, right? He said 4 or 5, and I've done, what, 3? Hopefully just one more, then. That'd be a good sign if it's anything more. Only one door down here. Who lives down at the end of the hallway? Can't really tell, to be honest. Anything worthwhile? All I'm really getting out of this is some gold pieces, and I'm kind of, like, the wealthiest man in Nirn at the moment. Let's check down the other hallway first. Stay on this floor. I hear noises and I don't like it. Okay, got me on that one. Case. I should take that. I guess this is Mazak's place, right? Mazak note. The Fukaji do skooma only 3 times a day. Mazak broke this rule and decided to do skooma for the 4th time in the middle of the night. This was not good. Mazak saw a ghost of Lady Bruyant in the hallway. Kaji promises to do skooma only 3 times a day from now on. Yeah, about that. Nothing else in here, huh? Why'd you bother to open the door for me, then, if there's nothing in here? Up there. Nothing behind. Nothing anywhere. Ugh. Jesus. Another staircase up. Not you. Mazak's nose tells him there is a hidden door behind the back wall of the mistress's room. He bets there is a lot of skooma behind it. Huh. I can actually pick one, finally. Open. Just goes to more hallway, huh? Okay, whose head? And more importantly, why? Okay, well, before I do that... get the rest of these rooms a once-over. In case. Nothing. You know, I'd be down for more games like L.A. Noire, because... there's a quest that's kind of, like, murder investigation in the game that we never did. Mostly because it's not nearly as good as it could have been. But the idea of, like, fantasy detective game... I can do that. I can fuck around with that. This must be... yeah, totally is. What about down here, then? Oh, someone's clothes around. There are a lot of rooms. With, I guess, nothing in them. Huh. Alright. Let's go check. Let's see what happens. Still doing this, huh? Jesus. Yeah. You're the one we sent. Cleansing of the Fane. Basic. You're looking over something. No idea what the hell it was. Ugh. Damn it. Be something worthwhile. And there's not. Jesus. Well, I found the last one. It's kind of out and about. I guess you took it with you after you cleansed it, huh? Well, let's go, I guess. Well, something's stomping around, and I'm not gonna like it when I see it. Come on. Yep, there you are. Be gone. Ugh. Still don't drop anything useful. Dead end. Great. More. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I can't do the double whammy. The double whammy of extra speed with slow time is just too much for anyone to handle, and I still haven't been able to do it. Especially now that I have Elemental Fury to stack on top of that. A lot of dead ends. There'll be more. Yep. It's nice every time it happens, though, isn't it? Other side of the wall. Oi! Ugh. Makes a great unnerving and scary scenario, a la Silent Hill, Amnesia, etc., but you play as this Doomslayer-like guy, so you have to clash the player feeling terrified by the unnerving shit going on, while being your character is an unstoppable badass. Isn't that basically one of the Clive Barker games? It is, right? Undying and Jericho both? Kind of are, right? Take care of that, so I don't have to look at it anymore. Nothing. I just saw you out of the corner of my eye. Be nice for someone to try it nowadays. Yeah, that era was a long time ago, wasn't it? Oh, good. Downward platforming. Huh? Everyone's favorite. Ugh. And me without become ethereal to my name, right? Oh no, totally have it. What's life without a little danger? Yeah. Ugh. Okay, that could have ended worse. Much worse. Huh? We're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah, I see you all down there. I'll give you a piece of my mind in a minute. Wish Jericho was on Steam. I think a lot of people do too. What's up, fool? Take care of that. Yeah. So, Meal, I fought your weird flesh golem. I guess it's just your soul that's trapped in here, huh? Yeah. Yeah, I see you. No more. Make you as less of a problem as I can. That goes for the rest of you too, wherever you are. Well, there's one. I can hear it. Come on. Come on. Try your damnedest. There. Oh, finally a door. Yeah, sure, why not? Come on. This Silent Hill but fantasy shit? I see it, yes. It is very much that. Ugh. Surprisingly, the startup was enough. Hi? Oh, right, you dropped that as a weapon, I forgot. Helena was right. Hi? Who might you be, good sir? Oh, Bartholo. It's you. Or your soul, at least. You get turned into a vampire down here, or is that just your eyes being weird? Well, either way. Stendar be with you, brother. Bloodrust Greatsword. Yeah, sure, why not? No. Let's hope that's the last one, huh? Purify!
Death comes for you now.
Yeah, about that. Jesus. Alright. You want it? Oh good, you sprung back to life. Awesome. Let's savor the time, huh? Speaking of time... Touch you down. Suck it, old lady. Oh, what the hell is that now? Oh, it's Heather. Great. Why are you crawling around like that? Stop crawling around like that. It's not natural. Neither is my vision looking like this. Yeah, I know, it's terrifying. Calm down. Ugh. Try one of these out, huh? Sucks, don't it? There. Ugh. Make me feel as awful as humanly possible. Ugh. Okay, well that shit's done. What now? You walk through the Cthulhu realm? Yeah, I know, right? It's weird you even care. Yet here we are all the same. Oh good, you blocked the exit. Well, I'm boned. Exit, 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 exit. Pretty sure I checked this one. Yeah. Must have closed it. Okay, why are you still healing me? I haven't seen a damn thing. Or still closed off. Oh. Fan-friggin-tastic. Marcus's journal. It can't be a coincidence I met her in the city of Markarth. I've decided to break the bond of Mara with Julia. It's not my fault I was deceived by Debella. The city of stone is full of vices, and it should swallow my small sin without anyone noticing. I spent the last night at her side again. At first I was crushed with guilt for Julia, but her warm skin helped me forget it. My wife isn't here. The only one here is her, looking like the goddess of Debella herself. A letter from the Imperial City came. I have no attachments whatsoever to the City of Stone, but I feel like my heart is tearing apart at the thought of having to leave her. I bought a Dwemer Spider automaton as a souvenir for Julius. I'm sure he'll be pleased. City of Stone is the same as ever. Everywhere you look, there are bad-mannered guards. Bad-mannered. Not bad-mannered, that's a different thing entirely. Persistent beggars, and everyone's breath smells as if they eat dead bodies for lunch. She is different. She is Debella's white lily. My last Aetherius. She will be mine tonight. I brought enough money to silence even that Khajiit slaver. If negotiations go well, I'm sure I'll be able to free her from those rotten people. Negotiations went well. Spending 10,000 septims was painful. But she is mine now, and it was worth every last septim. The only question now is how to explain this expense to Julia. She got pregnant. I was so happy when she told me. I was furious. Still feel ashamed of myself for losing my composure. Did I do the right thing when I threw her out of the palace? Scantily dressed as she was? Should I pay the guards to silence her? No, it's useless. I would be the first one suspected if it came to bloodshed. What is the best course of action? Think, Marcus, think! She went crying to the Jarl. Damn whore. As a result, I now have to pay for her living expenses and donate 100,000 septims to Markarth. I had no choice, obviously. I paid the full amount. I'll never forget the Jarl's smug face. I wanted to hit him, but he was surrounded with the guards. A tough man, Marcus. Be confident. Anyway, I still have to think of an excuse for Julia. I'm leaving this rotten city tomorrow. Never coming back here. Ugh. Is divorce not a goddamn thing in this society? Solve so many issues. Don't even bother, it's only 3. Stop doing that. Oh, that's why. Makes sense. Julia's journal. All the pages are covered with the word die. Very evenly spaced. He was very thorough. The blood a sign that there's one of those damn totems here? No. Good. Let's keep it that way. I hope that was the last one before. Yeah, I'm here. Oh, great. On top of everything else, you were a Sithist chick, huh? That was your big secret. Jesus Christ. Oh, right. This is that weird bug with the player's shadow. We have no idea how this has never been patched out. Hi. Yep. Everyone vanish at once. One curse of jealousy. Well, no wonder Molag felt like moving right in. Dicking over Sithis is probably on his high list of priorities, right? Okay. What do you got for... Okay, that's different. That's very different, even. Big different. Hi. Ignore the fact they don't have a head, it doesn't matter. It works. Don't question it. Don't ask questions. Just consume product and get excited for next product. Okay, who's got next? Apparently you. Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, I know you're not, like, actually a dragon, but just in case you play by the same rules. You very much do not. Great. Goddamn ghost women. Oh, good, it's raining death from the sky. Ugh. I don't like it. Spend while you got 'em. As much as possible. Give it to him. Please. Fire works fairly well. Send her back to the ghost kitchen. Christ. Come on. You're gonna have to land eventually, right? Or just don't, whatever. Once more with feeling now, boys. I have no idea what you just did, but it's not gonna be good for me. Ugh. Not all that effective, is it? Are you landing? No, not really. And still too high to hit. Wonderful. Dear God in heaven. Shoot. Aim through. Da-da-da. Better than nothing. Open fire. Oh, good. Something I can actually use. See? Much better. I'll be taking this. Hi. That's the actual you then, huh? First try. Are you wearing the same thing that chick that I found in Whiterun had? You totally are, aren't you? Well, Godspeed. So long. I should probably burn this doll.
What a stubborn guest you are. Why couldn't you just die?
I don't know. Why are you wearing that disguise? You done playing Meat Puppet yet? Julius knows Marcus. I'm leaving you today, taking Julius with me. Goodbye, Marcus. A lot of good that did. Ugh. Oh. Huh. Sacrificed his life in a cursed ritual. Strong spell lies on the dagger next to him, and there is no doubt that this is the source of the curse hanging over the mansion. Examine. No. Dispel. Disintegrate like Doom 3, kid. Fuck's sake! God damn it. Possessed children. Ugh. I should go. Wow! Who decided to show his ugly mug? To what do I owe the honor?
Fragile. How very fragile mortals are.
I don't know, man. This spooky shit hasn't broken me yet. Why are you here?
I am here to save you.
Uh-huh.
Not much longer now, and you will be incinerated by the flames of Julius's hatred. This child's hatred is strong. Its flames will not go out until they burn you to ashes. Even LeMay's hatred was nothing like this.
It's a bit much for a kid, right?
Black Ball is offering you a helping hand.
Ugh. Burn as a martyr or ask Molag Bal for help. Yeah, okay.
Your wish is granted.
You're gonna drag me to Cold Harbor, aren't you? Oh, Jesus.
Is a place of despair, eternal suffering, and forsaken people. Only acceptance can ease the pain. It is better to abandon all hope.
Well, what the hell? I've been to Oblivion before. Ugh.
Look who finally woke up.
Pepe!
I hope you found
Funny
the
frog?
sarcophagus comfortable.
I've had better.
What's wrong? You're making a face as if every bone hurts.
It's not exactly pleasant.
Who are you? You can't be a member of the Elysian Order.
I'm the fucking Dragonborn. Who are you?
You want to tell me you're of the same lineage as Saint Alicia?
Rightful heir to the Imperial throne. Yes, that is me.
You're out of your mind.
You want me to shout at you
Even
to
if
prove
that
it?
were true, it has no meaning in this wasteland.
Not the welcome I expected to get in Cold Harbor. This is Cold Harbor, isn't it? It has to be Oblivion. Slave trader's note. The dead in the sarcophagus. Take it with me. No. Not how I expected this to go. Storage chest player. Huh. Are you giving me like an actual... like for real storage? Like linked storage? Where the fuck is Molag Bal?
Probably at the top of the tower, in the center of the Imperial City.
Oh right, that was a thing with Cold Harbor.
You'd better not ask.
He made like an
for a favor,
exact
believe
copy
me.
of the Imperial
You'll
City.
just end up like the ones outside. Praying to the divines is useless too. The Elysian Order burned all their priests and servants.
Uh-huh. You know, they're technically immortal, I get that, but what if I just go kick his ass?
Well, that's madness. No mortal can do this. He's a playwright of this tragedy, and we're all just his puppets.
Uh-huh. There's a lot going on here. Statue of Maruk. Okay, that's a bit weird. Take it, though. Hope you don't mind. Is reacting to something. The eye is reacting to something? I have two. No dreams will come true in a temple full of deception and falsehood. Radiance of life, the awakening of a dream, dazzles and erases the name. Can you hear the pipe playing in the darkness? Pray and pile up the corpses, beyond lies the dream, a dream without a dreamer. Arma 27. This is a lot. Like a lot. Enable tracking. Dreams without answers sink in silence. Madness sets with the moons. Blood is thicker than water. This is a lot. This is a lot to give me all at once. Dead dream beneath the soil. Dance on the dead in the moonlight. Priest laughs in the broken tower. Where does the man-ape sleep? The rolling stone is burning, waiting to be picked up. Fetus, alas, fetus. Like a dream that no longer needs a dreamer. Okay, this is not how I thought this was gonna go. Go pop our head outside, I guess. Instant load screen. Not even door opening animation. You know, I seem to recall Cold Harbor being portrayed as, like, cold and blue, not the fucking... Okay, this is... Hey, you hostile? Hi? Apparently not. Weird? That's unexpected. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle it. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle anything right now. Ugh. Jesus Christ. I'm not okay with a lot of this. How is... Excuse me. Hi. Martha. Nice blindfold. What are you doing?
I'm looking for my family's graves, but I can't find them.
Yeah, I wonder where that could be. Really?
Yes. I'm looking for my family's graves.
I'll tell you if I see them.
Really? The names on them are Johann, Simon, and Klaas. Please tell me if you find them.
Johann, Simon, and Klaas. Okay, I'll be sure to do that. This place is not what I expected it to be. I thought the whole deal with you was, like, absolute domination and enslavement of all living things. There's just people walking around. Hello? Okay, you have to be hostile, right? Hi? Is this a morality test or something? Are you expecting me just to, like, kill everything I see on sight? I need a minute. None of this is okay. Not a damn thing. Christ. Fucking hell, man. You have little coffins? Okay, this is not what I expected your version of hell to be, Molag. Like, I get Dagon was like the hellfire and brimstone thing, but... Jesus! Hey, Glock, welcome. Hi?
Be gone, swine, or should I tear you apart? Be gone, swine, or should I tear you apart?
We're not gonna have an issue?
Be gone, swine.
Okay,
or
apparently
should I
not.
tear you apart?
This is weird.
Be gone, swine.
Dude,
or
don't
should
follow
I tear
me.
you apart?
It's weird. I don't think the Horn Dune is the actual Molag Bal, but some dude being his pseudo-avatar. Yeah, it's possible. Oh wait, there was a thing in the lore that, like, Daedric lords couldn't physically appear in Nirn, right? That was what the whole point of, like, stopping Marin's Dagon was in the last game. Right? Because when he did, like, break the rules and actually show up, Akatosh turned into a big fiery dragon and bit his head off, right? Okay, well, either way. Dude, seriously. The lack of things trying to murder me is throwing me off more than anything else. Anyone here? Okay, well there's a first for the game. Okay, yeah, you hanged yourself. Tragic, but what the hell? Soulless remains. What is a soulless remain? Soulless remain. Soulless remain. Soulless remains? When a soul burned by stone finally burns out completely, the flesh is also burned. Increases karma by 1 point. Use that. I do know for a fact this mod has multiple endings and is determined by how much karma you have, so let's try and boost that as much as humanly possible. What mod is this? This is, Vigilant. A very long mod quest, and I think we're just getting into the proper thick of it now, because Jesus, holy God. Looks to me like there is more of you here than there should be, so please check your ledger. If it says transliminal bridges, you're in the wrong room. Is the Oblivion Realm ruled by Molag Bal, the Daedric prince of brutality, slavery, vampirism, and other assorted abominations? Is not therefore a pleasant place. Descriptions of the plane vary widely, as usual in any study of Oblivion. All accounts agree that Cold Harbor is a dismal, cold, and largely lifeless realm, pervaded by a miasma of fear where lost souls are tormented for eternity. Emphasizes the point made in my previous lectures that a plane of Oblivion being made of the very stuff of chaos take on form and character that reflects the nature of its ruler. Cold Harbor, therefore, has been molded to embody the purposes of mighty Molag Bal. What are these purposes? As it happens, I can speak on the subject with some authority, for I recently acquired the library and papers of the late Cardinal Belfort of the Order of Stendar. How unrealistic is it for you to raise your karma by killing bad guys and giving to the homeless, unlike consuming soulless remains? That totally makes sense. Indeed. Cardinal devoted his life to ridding Tamriel of Daedric cultists of all persuasions. He was particularly rigorous in his persecution of the worshippers of Molag Bal. In his time acquired a number of their repulsive tracts and treatises? Treatises? I've never seen this word in my life. Study of these sources reveal that Molag Bal desires above all things the enslavement of mortal souls. Various loathsome means are employed to this end. The ultimate goal being the diversion of a soul from its journey to the afterlife to imprisonment and slavery on the plain of Cold Harbor. Upon arrival in Molag Bal's realm, the soul attracts to itself some of the loose creatia of Oblivion, forming a corporeal body with the semblance of the shape it wore in life. I'd like to point out I walked through a portal. I didn't die. The sad slaves called the soul shriven then toil and torment for the glory and amusement of their master Molag, the slave lord. I share these secrets of the cult heretofore unrevealed so that you may... What is that confounded commotion out in the hall? How am I supposed to lecture over those blood-curdling screams? I can't work under these conditions. Okay. This doesn't bode well. Neither does that. Come on, twist. There. Thankfully, I still have my bag of holding. I can just go into it any time, right? Though I kind of doubt I can just fast travel out of here. Check the other place. Highwayman's General Shop. What? What? Hi? Joshua Graham?
Did the mighty Vigilant also end up in Oblivion? What an irony.
I mean, I walked through a portal.
What will it be? I hope you have enough gold for shopping, and please refrain from this so-called mercy of yours.
What's with the bandages?
I got infected with a mutated Thracian plague.
Understandable.
Thanks to you. Every day is full of pain because of you.
What, me specifically?
I'm really grateful to Stendar, damn bastard.
Uh-huh. What do you have for sale? Why do you take gold? What good is gold to you in this place? Is this like a you like donuts, right? Have all the donuts in the world kind of thing? What in God's name am I dealing with? Why do you sell such normal things? Sorrow Daito. Nice katana. I have one though. I'm good. Beat of Notorgo. I already have that one, but nice. Huh. Alright, well I'm good. Altar of Nocturnal. Choose an item to create. Is this like event skipping? Why can I event skip? This is weird. What's happening right now is weird. Synthesis Eye Ring. Allows caster to summon 2 creatures. Conjuration spells cost 50% less to cast. There's a lot going on here. Broken steel sword handle. How are you living so normally? I don't understand. This is not anything. I don't get... Hello, sir. Are you a Haydnite, sir?
Vena. Vena. Vena,
That actually looks to be like a good amount of the way there, actually.
Vena. Vena. Vena.
How is everything so normal here?
With you.
Hi. Okay, you just walk around, I guess. I'm gonna head inside. I don't know why my mind is not working through this. Hi. Okay, no, you're Joshua Graham, right?
Yes.
Hi. You got anything? Okay, other one. Never mind, they're both...
The finest weapons and armor.
Okay, that one works. An actual blacksmith's hammer I can swing. There's a first I haven't seen yet. Eh. I'm more weirded out by how normal everything is. I don't understand. Shouldn't this have, like, spiked teeth or whatever on it? It should, right? Rusty. Unless it's made of wood. Could be made of wood. Huh. Yeah. Couple unique things in there, though.
Alright then.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh. I'm freaked out. And I don't know why. I don't understand anything. Is there anything to understand? Ornstein?
Newcomer.
Sir
You're
Junken.
so full of life.
You know anything about that guy over there?
Avoid him. What kind of person spends all their time talking to a corpse? But even
Yeah.
for madmen like him, there is still something like inner peace. He's not quite at peace, though. But you should still not disturb him.
Huh. Place is peaceful because it's the only place where you can relax when you get out of here? Huh. You know how to get into the fort?
Take the key from the captain. He's always up in one of the watchtowers.
You want me to kill him? Are there any other vigilants here?
Vigilance. Weaklings like you? One such tried his luck with the flying worm a while ago.
Dude, I
Some
fucking
screaming was heard.
axed Alduin. Does that mean nothing to you
You don't
people?
want to meet the same end? You should learn your place in this world.
Uh-huh. There's a flying worm?
A flying Daedrith. How can he even fly with such an unshapely body?
Alright, peace, man. Flying worm? Ugh. You gonna pissed off if I do this? No.
Vena. Vena.
Hey.
Vena, I'm
How you going, guys?
always with
What's up?
you.
I can actually just pick the lock. I don't need to get a key. Let me just have a fucking look around, I guess. Keep an eye out for graves, by the way. Because the blind chick wanted... There's just bugs. Or crabs. Or whatever the hell they are. Graves. None of these seem to have anything written on them. How do I know which one is which for the blind chick? The, like, hole in the skybox for the sun. Nice touch. Baptist house. Hello? Anyone here? The Eight Saints, Sirod. No, God. And there's the Orn, Helen. Huh. Plague Leech? Amongst dream. To sleep to dream of Tamriel, unsullied by Anuiel, Manape Tellus, Merith guide us. How the man could fail in bliss and Niran were elven free, Manape Tellus, Mericus guide us. I'm marching into your call. Weird. You know, I wonder. Never mind, I guess. But upstairs. Actually, hang on. Yeah, nah, worth a try. Alright, whatever the hell that is. Is this the... No. I thought it was Mythic Dawn, but they have a sun as their thing, right? Colors match up, though. Vindication for the Dragon Break. I'll take that, though. Use that right away. Da-da-da-da. Soulless Remains. Thanks, bruh. No idea what's going on with that. Ugh. Hell out of here. Ugh. Jesus. Jesus, man. About these graves. There's just regular alchemy stuff here? Ugh. I don't understand. Hi? Martha's house. Now, Martha's the blind chick, right? Got anything decent? Is this kind of stealing? I hope not. Not that you really look like you have much. Huh. No, actually. You really don't seem to have jack all. I don't exactly feel like shredding on a loot right now. I understand nothing, and I comprehend even less. There's another path down here, right? Yeah. Even more. That's a big goddamn hammer. Jesus. Dried corpse. Well, I'll take the lockpick. I'm probably gonna need a few of those. You know, as if 200 wasn't enough. But, you know, safety. Come on. People on Grindr are annoying. I can only imagine. Jesus God. Hi? Marvelous Chester.
It is a good wind.
Do you have time?
No, unfortunately. I am busy practicing knife throwing.
Right.
I want to have another go at Vernekas.
Who?
However, it seems I have no talent for knife throwing. Even after centuries of practice, I still haven't hit anything.
You've been down here for centuries? Have you tried... Hell with it. You know how I can get into the fort?
The scamp captain may have the key, don't you think? It might be a good idea to start with him.
And he's up in the tower,
I'm not
right?
hiding him under the table, am I? In the watchtower, maybe? Fools and scamps seem to like high places.
Ugh.
A fair wind is blowing.
Yeah, I heard.
It is a good wind.
Nice. Kind's feather. Old Kind's feather. Is that a thing I can wear? No. Is that a potion? I'm confused by everything. Nope. No. Is it an alchemy? No. Is it a misc? No. Is it a key? No. Huh. I'm having trouble. Is it a book? No. Is it a weapon? I forgot to dump these things. Useless. I guess not. Okay, well, I'm thoroughly confused. Just go through everything. It has to be here somewhere, right? Old Kind's feather. It is a potion. Increases carrying capacity by 20. That'd be useful if I wasn't cheating. Eh well. As well. Thing's gonna wear off as soon as I, load up a game anyway. Centuries of practice and you haven't hit a single one. Why is knife throwing the thing you felt like doing? I would've just gone for stealth. You know, walk up behind him, stab him in the back of the neck. Probably much more effective, to be honest.
A fair wind is blowing. It is a good wind.
Yeah. I don't get it. I don't get anything. I don't understand anything. Bird. Old well? Abandoned house again. Giovanni? Kitty? Giovanni! Hi! Remember when I killed you in the sewer? Yeah, that was you. What happened to Marceau?
Stupid Marceau. To steal the heart of Campanera, he borrowed power from Molag Bal.
And skinned her, I remember.
This form was the price. His soul was twisted, turned into a beast. Giovanni will also become like this.
What happened to the people in this town?
They were infested with leech parasites.
Oh.
They spread the plague. But Giovanni is alright, because he does not drink dirty water.
I mean, if you're already dead, I guess it doesn't really matter that much, does it? So? Oh. This is the beast he turned into? Really? Okay, well, give me a second. I need to break your wall. Or not. Looked breakaway. Is Campanera not here because she was, like, normal? Because I know the whole deal was, like, she was just getting you off of skooma and she was, like, your wife or whatever, and then he, like, murdered and skinned her. And then you went crazy. And then I killed both of you in cold blood. I should go. Nothing in life makes sense. Not a goddamn thing in this world makes sense. Buried house? Okay, hi. Hi? Hi. Finally, something wants to kill me. Feels normal. And he had baked potatoes on him. Fuck's sake. Oh shit, I think that's actually... You know, I wonder if this is actually mapped out to... Oh yeah, there it is. Huh. Yeah. Go figure. Well... Christ. Okay. Do what you gotta do. Go in. You prefer Elder Scrolls over Fallout? It's more of a mood thing than anything, I'll be honest. In general, for counting each of them, I probably prefer Skyrim over all else. Maybe? Hide of Abbot Salorn? What the fuck are you talking about, Hide of Abbot Salorn? What do you mean? No, fucking enlighten me. Hide, 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 hide. H, 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 H. Increases stamina by 10 points. Per minute. Oh, and my Stendar horn got rusted. Right. Useless now. Stamina! Good enough for me. You have a good night, Matto. We'll probably end... Oh my god. Let me in. 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 Let me in right now. Let me the fuck in. I need to talk. I need a conversation. Hi.
Oh, are you freeing me? I don't even know what happened that I ended up trapped here. What a rotten luck.
Uh-huh. Why are you here?
I don't quite remember.
Really wearing your inspirations on your sleeves here, aren't you?
And cheap booze.
Where is the slave trader?
When I woke up again, he was no longer here. Oh, what a bastard. To lock me up in this hole.
What's that about your friends?
Well, we were supposed to meet at the Mafmalatu Priory.
Where is that?
But who wants to listen to that grumpy old man there?
I guess leave at your leisure. A rotten bard, a bad storyteller, and a boring story. Sure no one has this. Not how I thought this day would go. Not at all. Yeah, see you, Mento. We'll stop after I look over all of these houses, so I know what I'm doing at the start of the next session. This place is flooded up with sand. I'll take that. More book learning that I don't need to know. You seem pretty nonplussed about me being here. Well, just in case. I'm gonna crash as well. Have a good night, Kari. Sleep well. Daedric boots. Peace on me. Through. Ugh. Ugh. Abandoned House 2, Electric Boogaloo. Okay, well you're already dead. Someone beat me to the punch. That or maybe it was the leech. Could be. Anything actually around here? Let's find out. Yeah. Excavation? Well, you found something. No. Take that. Otherwise pretty useless. Stamina, I guess it's useful. Any more soulless remains? I could use more of that good karma. No, it doesn't seem to be the case. Oof. Mental note for next time. Look for graves. Open gate to fort. I think it's just these two houses left, right? Now is the whole town covered? You guys really don't mind if I take a shit, huh? Break on through, break on through. Or not. Excuse me a moment. Oh, you do care. Great. Well, now you don't. Let me in. Let me in. Ugh. You know, I wonder. Yeah, worth a try. Must be another way to get in there, then. Huh. Why do I hear noises? Oh, it's because you're right there. Don't stare at me like that. God. I didn't do anything. You can't prove it. Old well. Okay. Huh. Devotion 10. I guess? I didn't think I'd earn more, but yeah, sure. Got a few more perks to work with. Yeah, let's do that, huh? I feel like I've already explored everything across the whole goddamn continent at this point. I'm fine with that endeavor. Copy of a picked lock's key if there is one. Pick up bear tracks and create them at a forge or anvil. Enter a dwelling you don't own. Hostile automatron. Where's just easier lockpicking? Arch much closer. And bypass locks of expert or lower. The hell is dragon teeth? Oh, right. Yeah, you added trap placement everywhere, huh? Well, this looks like the path to go down if I want to do that. Wax key. Locksmith. Not for me. Regular leather. Have a look-see. Pretty basic stuff. Seriously? You people are in here too? You're fucking serious. Is there any way out of here? Simply renounce your name, become nameless, one with the chaos. Even the eyes of Molag Bal can be fooled. Be aware no one will be able to distinguish you from the other nameless, and if there is such a person, they be dazzled by your radiance. You still want to do this? You crawl through the darkness with us. Go fuck yourself. How about that? Nah, don't need it. Who the hell put you in here in the first place? You know what, never mind. Enjoy your afterlife. Ugh. Alright, well this has been enlightening. Bizarre, if nothing else. You I checked, right? Yeah. This has been a lot. Like a lot? Like a lot. Like unbelievably a lot. Like Jesus. Really, nothing.
Do you remember our first encounter, Lena? The sky, the sky was red, like here.
I'd hope not.
Lena. Ah, Lena. Lena, I'm always with you.
I bet. This place is just falling apart. Alright, well, I guess we're done for the time being. Whew! Jesus God, man. Christ. It was so much. There were so many wild degrees of... I digress. Thanks for coming by the stream, everyone. Means a lot. If you want to know when streams are going to start or what we're going to be doing on any given day, scroll down just a little bit, hit the link to follow me on Twitter. The YouTube is also there for VODs and highlights. If that's something you're interested in, feel free to sub there. But we're going to call it for tonight. So thank you very much for being here. I will catch everyone again whenever the weather allows me to stream. But I'll keep you updated over on the Twitter. So thanks for being here, everyone. Later.